Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Jimmy. Today is a big day for the XR650L. If you've been following this build or this channel, you know that we've been on a mission to save this countershaft. I decided to go all out with the bougie option, the $120 KK Bike Super Pinion. And I've been running it on my worn out splines to see if I could really salvage what's left. And I'm hyped to get in there today and pull the cover and see exactly how it's been holding up. Now, if you saw the video, you were there for it. We did the research. We looked at the nice CNC, the Fritzco, and the KK Superbike. But I wanted to test the really expensive option while I was waiting for my 14-tooth Fritzco to arrive in the mail. Now that I have it, I've got both the 14 and the 15 ready to go. So I wanted to see if this $120 option was even worth it. I threw the KK bike on and ran it for about 1,000 miles. So I'm excited to get that cover off and see what it looks like under there. Let's go. Phew. She looks chunky. What? This just came out of there. That's a piece of palm something. Awesome. This is pretty trash too. Yeah. All right, let's give it that wiggle. I don't know that it wiggles that much more than when we put it on there. Maybe. Significant wear right here. You know, I'm kind of disappointed in that after 1,000 miles. I think it would have held up a little better. Looks like crap too. Oh, that's fucking in there, isn't it? Isn't it? This one's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Am I gonna have to drill these stupid things out? They have not been on here that long. I know. All you guys are saying, hit it with my purse, right? Just chill. I should not have to be turning these this hard. All right, so if some genius put Loctite on it, that means I'll have to put heat on it to get it out. And if I have to put heat on it to get it out, I'm gonna wreck the O-rings that are sitting right here on this part of the chain. Nice. This is unbelievable. I'm so disappointed right now. I got in here expecting to see a rock solid fit, but there's way more wiggle than I ever expected. It's wiggling as much as it was with the stock sprocket or the R sprocket. For $120, this is not nearly as tight a fit on these splines as it should be. I could drill them out and then deal with taking the threaded part out, because the screw still has to come out because it's holding the little collar pieces in there. Bro, Allen keys don't belong here on a dirt bike. This is stupid. Oh, what a stupid design. All right, nightmare time. You ready? To get this thing off, you have to deal with some tiny Allen head screws. Well, guess what? They're rusted, they're seized, and they stripped out the second I touched them. I spent the last few hours fighting this thing, trying extractors, thinking about heat, not really worth it. Nothing worked. Because we see it, right? Here's the difference. Here's a nice crap and crap copy of the KK bike, which is on there right now. So these screws got to come out, right? And then that little ear collar thing slips out to let it off the bike. So if I drill this out, like if I drill the head of it off, I still have to get the threaded part out so that stupid collar will come off and then it'll come off the bike. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is very smart.
And this is what I'm putting on the bike. This is not stupid. This is the best sprocket that you should get. This is the Fritzco. Just pull 2 little cotter pins and it slides right off the bike. Slides back on the bike and you put 2 brand new cotter pins back on it. Bro, I'm so mad at this right now. And for this being as expensive as it is and now causing a problem 1,000 miles later, it's only 1,000 miles. This is ridiculous. Granted, it's not an easy 1,000 miles. I beat the crap out of this bike. I run it through the water. I power wash it a lot. So it's exposed to stuff. I clean it. I take care of it. And it's not abused, but I use it. I all the way use it like a dirt bike. So if you're going to all the way use your XR650L like a dirt bike, don't be putting this garbage on here. Because you're going to be stuck with it on your bike and you got to drill the heads of it through and then somehow I guess I'm going to have to drill and extract the rest of the bolt. What a pain. I'm going to try reverse drill bits on this first. Snap-on reverse drill bits are the best in the world and I bet they're going to take it out. I don't want to heat it. Dang it, I don't want to heat it. That's definitely going to wreck that part of the chain then. If I put a torch right here, right there, even if I rolled it around, it's going to be baking these O-rings. Not happy. And then the part of it that you have to heat is in the back anyway. Heating the head of the bolt is not going to do you any good. The idea when you heat a bolt to take it out is you want to heat the metal around the bolt. So the metal expands. So the hole gets bigger and the bolt comes out of the hole. If you just put the heat directly on the bolt, you're going to expand the bolt in the hole and you're going to make the fit tighter. That's not how you want to do it. You want to heat around where the threaded part of the bolt is in the metal. And that part on this sprocket is in the back. So by the time I got enough heat on there to properly loosen up that thread locker, I'm gonna destroy the chain. That's Kyle. Kyle's helping.
What's that?
I asked him to bring the reverse drill bits from Snap-on, and he brought an extractor set instead.
These are reverse drill bits right here.
Yeah, I'm aware, but he seems to think that this is going to work, and there's no way. There's no way that's going to work.
It might work.
I have a whole drawer of extractors. If I thought that was going to work, I would have just used it. Now, do you want to do it so you don't say I sabotaged you?
No, it's okay. Those are lifetime warranty. Good until it snaps. Oh, it's moving, huh?
All right, so it took that one out. It took one of them out. It's not even the one that was stripped.
Dude.
On the stripped screw, since you took the easy one.
Not biting. Hopefully this works. No. Not working.
All right, head's got to come off.
Well, if you take the head off, will it?
It should just spin right out. Once the head's off, we should be able to spin the threads out.
Well, because this is bigger than the threads, just a heads up.
That's good.
Fingers crossed. Yes, eat now. She's out.
Bro, what a pain in the dick.
Stubborn little thing. Got it.
I locked the focus. Now it's better.
I'm hot now. Sweaty.
There it is. There's the KK Bike Super Pinion experience. That's what it's going to be, because honestly, this is a harsh environment. So to expect this sprocket to be easy to take off, no, not at all. And that is completely understandable with how I've been running this bike. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm running this like a normal dirt bike. I'm not abusing it. I'm running it through the mud. I'm power washing it. I'm using it a lot. And this was only 1,000 miles of use before it looked like this and gave me this much trouble. So overall, let me tell you what, Fritzco for the win, because this sucks a lot. This design, freaking awesome, because I could just pull out 2 cotter pins, be on my way, and change this sprocket to another size or to anything. Fritzco Supermax all the way. Screw this KK Bike thing. I know they're going to hate this video, but you know what? I don't care. KK Bike, your Super Pinion is not what it could be. It's really not what it could be. And this whole Allen head design is trash because I shouldn't have to be drilling the bolts off of my sprocket 1,000 miles in. That's crazy. Do better. This is not better. Do better. Now let's grease it and get the Fritzco on it so we can see how much longer we get out of it. Now when you grease your countershaft splines, always use a high moly grease. I like this Yamalube. You can use anything as long as it has a high moly content. This is the word you're looking for, molybdenum. That's how you say that. Molybdenum grease, that's what you want. But high moly content, and just get some on here to coat these splines because there's a lot of pressure up here. And you really want something that's going to be able to take shear pressure and not break apart. That's what the high moly content does. That's it. That's really it. If you're working with cotter pins, this is the tool you should be coming for. This one. You're not there to cut it, but it just works better. If you don't have Snap-on tools, I'm sorry about your wallet. I don't know what to tell you. They're just better. They make life easy. Go buy Snap-on. Don't even buy anything else. Buy Snap-on.
All right, finally, that mess is cleared out. Huge thanks to Kyle and the Snap-on left-handed bits. If you're gonna try a left-handed bit, don't use anything but Snap-on. Just don't waste your time. It's not worth it. We got the KK Bike off, and I've officially moved on from that. It's Fritzco forever. I'm running a 14-tooth Fritzco because I do a lot of off-road. And the difference is night and day. It sits deeper on the shaft. It's wider so it grabs more fresh splines. And here's the best part. It mounts with 2 simple cotter pins. No Allen bolts to rust, no specialty tools, no garbage. If I'm out on the trail and I want to swap to my 15-tooth, I can with a matter of pliers and an 8mm socket. So super simple if you want a gearing change out on the road. Fritzco is just brilliant. Why you would go with another option, no idea. All right, wrap up. What I learned today is that expensive does not mean smarter. The Fritzco is a better option, hands down. It's a simple, rugged fix for a common Honda XR650L problem. If you're looking to save your countershaft and you want to save yourself $120 in the process, just go with Fritzco from the start. You can have 2 Fritzco sprockets for the same price and change between gearing. Thanks for sticking with me through this struggle today. If you've ever had a simple job turn into a disaster, let me know down in the comments so I don't feel alone. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more XR650L content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep them rolling.